I want to talk about Stravinsky's Octet for Wind Instruments. Actually composed pretty early on in his neoclassical period. In 1923, it was completed. Um, it's a little bit different than a lot of other things that he composed. It's for a much smaller, like a chamber ensemble. It's a combination of woodwinds and strings. It's got flute, clarinet in B flat and A, two bassoons, trumpet in A and in C, tenor trombone and bass trombone. And that's all of woodwinds and brass, and kind of a strange combination for the time. It's definitely neoclassic, though. It's got a nice combination of old and new. He uses some classic forms of sonata in the very first movement in the Sinfonia. The second movement is a theme and variations, kind of with a rondo involved in that as well. And then the third movement uses a fugue-like structure, each with little differences in between. The first movement, called Sinfonia, is a combination of two tempos, lento and allegro moderato. And what really strikes me as new in this is the time changes. There's some 5/8 and 3/8 mixed in with a very traditional sonata form, as well as some very interesting harmonies that you would not typically find in the Baroque and classical period. The second movement is a theme and variations, which kind of has a rondo element to it, because there are seven variations in all. The first, third, and sixth variations are almost exactly the same. And then the other ones have somewhat different styles to them. So the second, fourth, and seventh variations all sound different. The second variation sounds more like a march. The fourth variation sounds like a waltz. And then the seventh variation has a can-can style to it. So they're all kind of different, with some mixed meters in there too, which is what I think sounds really different about it. Because when you listen to it, you can definitely tell the time changes are there. And lastly, the third movement is like a fugue, because it brings back a rhythmic motive that he actually included in several of his other earlier works, like the Firebird Suite and in the Rite of Spring. And it's actually a Russian dance called the Khorovod. It's a syncopated three-note rhythm, which is dotted quarter, quarter note. So da 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 da, like that. And that doesn't become super obvious at first, but then it starts to become more and more obvious, not in the melodic parts, but more in the accompanying parts as we move on throughout. There's some disguised augmentation in that, and the solo trumpet in section B. And the actual form of the third movement is A, B, A prime, C, A double prime, D, and then D prime. So it's kind of a fugue because of that circle dance coming in throughout, but there's other melodic events that are built into that as well. But the round dance is transformed throughout, and you can kind of hear the clarity change on that motive as time goes on. The reception for this work was not great all around. It was, especially at first, not taken well. But once neoclassicism became more of a thing, it was seen as more of a masterwork because it included a lot of forms that were traditional from Baroque and classical period. But obviously there were some very different harmonies, some meter changes, not your most typical instrumentation. And all of that really, to me, seems like a great representation of what neoclassicism is by Stravinsky.